Hello, and welcome to the second day of PILI's virtual annual Pro Bono Reception Celebration. My name is Daniel Lang, and I serve on PILI's board of directors as its secretary. Yesterday, we heard from PILI's executive director, Michael Bergman, and PILI's board president, Sarah Bernstein. You can go back and find that video on PILI's Facebook page or YouTube channel. As they discussed yesterday, this virtual event is also a fundraiser for PILI's Pro Bono program. Since the COVID-19 pandemic began, PILI has continued to place clients with pro bono volunteers, provided educational programming through virtual webinars, and launched the COVID-19 Free Legal Answers Task Force, which has answered nearly 500 questions from people in need. We're now trying to raise $10,000 to continue this important work and to also recoup some of the revenue lost because of the effects of the pandemic. So please, if you can, take a moment to text PILI, P-I-L-I, to 243-725, or go to www.pili.org/donate to join the cause and make a donation. Another major component of PILI's Pro Bono program is the Pro Bono Initiative, wherein we work with law firms and corporations to increase pro bono participation within their organizations. The Pro Bono Recognition Roster, which we unveil every year as part of this event, honors law firms and corporations that have made significant commitments and contributions to pro bono throughout the state of Illinois. This year, to help us unveil the Pro Bono Recognition Roster, is the Chief Justice of the Illinois Supreme Court, Ann Burke. Chief Justice Burke was appointed to the Supreme Court in 2006, was elected in 2008, and became the Chief Justice last fall. Prior to joining the Supreme Court, Justice Burke was appointed to the Appellate Court in 1995 and was elected the following year to the Appellate Bench, where she served until her appointment to the Supreme Court. Her judicial career began earlier in 1987 with an appointment to the Illinois Court of Claims by Governor Jim Thompson. She was later reappointed by Governor Jim Edgar. Before serving on the Illinois Appellate Court, Justice Burke provided in-depth leadership in reshaping and improving the Illinois juvenile justice system. Governor Edgar appointed her special counsel for child welfare services and made her a member of his legislative committee on juvenile justice. Born and raised in Chicago, she received her Bachelor's of Arts in Education from DePaul University and her law degree from IIT Chicago-Kent College of Law. It is now my pleasure to turn it over to Chief Justice Ann Burke.
Thank you so much for that very kind introduction. Welcome to the PILI Public Interest Law Initiative Annual Pro Bono Reception, the first ever virtual reception. It is regrettable that we could not gather together in person this year. However, this is a great alternative. I wish to thank you on behalf of my colleagues on the Illinois Supreme Court and to PILI and the Illinois legal community for their hard work over the last year, and especially over the last few months in providing pro bono legal services for those in need. PILI started 2020 with the theme of defining justice. We often talk about increasing access to justice, but what do we actually mean by justice? To me, justice means the fair application of the law to all citizens, regardless of race, religion, or wealth. It is the absence of oppression. Justice Mary Ann McMurrow, the first woman to become an Illinois Supreme Court justice, the first woman Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, my personal friend and mentor, said it this way: let us never, ever forget simple humanity. Let us never forget that the law is, first and foremost, about human beings and their problems. Our efforts to define justice for those in need have been significantly affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. More people are likely to qualify for legal aid as a result of the pandemic, and our courts and legal community face unprecedented challenges in providing access to justice that is going to be fair and equitable. But no matter where we are, whether in our homes, at our offices, or in the courthouse, we all must do our part. The Illinois Supreme Court is working hard, along with the rest of the judiciary and court staff, to fulfill our constitutional mandate to protect the rights and the liberties of all by providing equal access to justice, resolving disputes, and upholding the rule of law, even in the face of these challenges. Last week, the court issued a new order implementing a plan which will expand the operations of our courts while also ensuring the safety and well-being of those who enter our courthouses. Please see the Illinois Supreme Court website for the particulars in your community. Because of the current circumstances, we must continue to rely on the generosity of legal aid and pro bono attorneys to ensure that everyone has access to legal assistance. Now it is more important than ever. We especially need law firms and corporations to promote pro bono service among their lawyers, to make pro bono services a priority, and to support the pro bono efforts of their individual attorneys. Now is the time, actually, to have a renewed commitment for innovation and creativity, and for the Illinois legal community to come together in the common causes of access to justice. Your work is so important. I am heartened by the extraordinary pro bono work that is already taking place across our state in these last several months. Several law firms and corporations have been named to the PILI's Pro Bono Recognition Roster this year, and PILI will be spotlighting all of them throughout the day. The Pro Bono Recognition Roster honors law firms and corporations that have made significant commitments and contributions to pro bono work throughout the state of Illinois. These firms and corporations are helping to ensure that individuals, families, and communities who are in need receive access to their legal services. On behalf of my colleagues and myself, I wish to express our gratitude to all the law firms and corporations named to this year's Pro Bono Recognition Roster, and actually to all the individual lawyers and legal professionals at these firms and corporations and other places who have worked so diligently to help those in need. Congratulations to you for all this much-deserved recognition. While this time could feel isolating, and actually is isolating in many ways, it is important for us all to come together, whether that be virtually or otherwise, to ensure that access to justice is a reality. The Illinois legal community is strong, and we must remain unified in our efforts. Thank you again to all who provide pro bono work, to the law firms and corporations, and encourage support to pro bono and to PILI for its statewide leadership in engaging, inspiring, and empowering those advancing equal justice to all. God bless America, and be safe to everyone. Have a great time in this great event.
PILI's Pro Bono Recognition Roster honors law firms and corporations that have made significant commitments and contributions to pro bono throughout the state of Illinois. These firms and corporations are helping ensure that individuals, families, and communities in need receive legal services. This year, 38 law firms have been named to the recognition roster. Some examples of the impactful pro bono work these firms have done includes answering 168 questions on Illinois free legal answers and expanding the firm's pro bono clinic offerings. Another, nearly 70% of our firm's attorneys and literally all of our associates provided pro bono services to a wide array of children and parents, immigrants, prisoners, individuals with disabilities, and nonprofit organizations. Another, filing a federal class action lawsuit on behalf of all transgender individuals incarcerated by the state of Illinois in a federal class action lawsuit, seeking sweeping reforms to the way that the Illinois Department of Corrections provides medical care to transgender prisoners. And finally another, representing low-income tenants in eviction defense cases and advocating to keep them in their homes. This year, 9 corporations have been named to the recognition roster. Some examples of the impactful pro bono work these corporations have done includes securing the release of wrongfully convicted individuals. Another, increasing our pro bono participation and increasing collaboration with law firms, all of which allowed us to accept new pro bono cases and to maximize department resources. Another, sponsoring biannual legal advice fairs in our county, which have now helped over 300 people. And finally, developing a platform to robustly track data to measure pro bono volunteer engagement across the department and the rollout of department-wide goals to increase pro bono engagement. Congratulations to all of the law firms and corporations named to our 2020 Pro Bono Recognition Roster. And thanks to all of the individual volunteers at those firms and corporations for their dedication to helping those in need.